What is the best conversation you accidentally overheard? Ah man, I smell today. You know, you get those days where you jump in the shower but just forget to wash? No. I don't. What the? My freshman roommate in college would talk on the phone 24/7, to anyone and everyone. His GF, the girl he was cheating on his GF with, and my personal favorite, some random conversation that I was barely paying attention to when suddenly, oh, I forgot to tell you, your daughter broke up with me yesterday. To this day I kick myself for not paying attention from the beginning. This happened to a coworker. He was supposed to meet with a guy for lunch for a networking opportunity, and a guy approached him and says, "Are you Craig?" And he goes, "Yeah." So they start chatting. Craig glances at his phone and sees that the guy he was supposed to meet rescheduled the meeting due to a confliction. So then he had no idea who he was talking to. Turns out the stranger was there to meet a Craig who was bald, like my coworker, and they didn't realize they weren't there to meet each other. Two girls on the bus sitting in front of me start talking about a date that one of them had recently been on. One of them says, "And then he stuck his hand up my skirt," and her friend says, "The one with the stripes on it?" I was at a graduation party for my best friend when she graduated high school in '07, and a boy she was hanging out with at the time was there. He had to use my friend's house phone to call his mom, and the last thing he said to her before hanging up was, "I'm a grown man, Mom, I'll skateboard home." We still use that to this day. Overheard more or less. At a past job I was accidentally sent an email from a woman at an office several states away that basically said, "I've thought long and hard about this, and I'm still apprehensive about it, but I'm ready to meet you at a hotel." It was followed with about 10 recall message attempts. Girl 1, "Why do you eat my mayonnaise? You have your own." Girl 2, "I like the combination." 1, "So you ate half a jar of mine without asking?" 2, "Yes, I like the combination." 1, "That still doesn't explain why you used mine." 2, "I like the combination." In an old electronics class we were playing with spectrum analyzers and discovered that the old cell phones broadcast on open frequencies. If you found the spike on the spectrum and tuned into it, you could hear what they were saying. Happened to tune into a couple girls calling some guy so they could come over and smoke some doobies. By the time they were done, me and my lab partner had the entire class clustered around listening in. Think half of them were hoping to find out where they were going so they could crash the party. I was at the bathroom in my university, washing my hands, and overheard a dude talking softly in one of the stalls. Stalls are completely closed with a wall in between them. When he stopped speaking, I heard the guy next to him talk in a similar way. This went on for a few more seconds, until I heard one of them say, "In a minute, I'm in the bathroom right now," followed by the other dude, "Haha yeah, me too." First dude, slightly louder already, "Wait, are you next to me then?" Second dude, soft, possibly, louder, "Hey Mark." First dude, loud, "Hey man." They both started hitting the wall to make a noise and started laughing. To which I responded with, "You guys are so cute," and then I left so they wouldn't know who I am. Now you can never enjoy one without the other. Whoa. What an insane idea. I have so many questions. Is she that concerned about focusing solely on one task? Does she really believe that as soon you do two things at once they become inseparable in your brain? Like, that Pavlov had his dogs completely conditioned by meal number 2? I'm also wondering how specific it gets. Are you literally never allowed to multitask in that house? Is it just snacking, or is it any form of ingestion? What about something heavy like lasagna? Is it just movies, or TV too? What about a phone screen or a laptop screen? Does lemonade even count as a snack? Although I still think this lady was way over the top, the problem she has probably isn't general multitasking, or thinking that the two things can never be enjoyed without each other now. It's just easy to snack when watching stuff and not pay attention to how much you're eating. She probably just advocates eating mindfully and is just a bit too extreme with it. Shrug. I was in a shoe store and a little girl was playing on the floor with her mom. The mom kept asking her to stand up, but the little girl would continue rolling around the floor. Finally she rolled under her mom's legs and looked up and said loudly, "Why don't you have on any panties?" And the mom dragged her out of the store quickly. Was on the bus and a small girl and her father were sitting in front of me. The kid was misbehaving a bit and wouldn't sit still even though her father would tell her to settle down several times. Eventually he lets out an exasperated, "Why won't you do what I tell you to?" And the little girl answers, matter-of-factly, "Mom always tells you to stop washing your balls in the sink, but you still do it." Needless to say, they got off that bus very quickly as every single person around them was desperately trying not to laugh. I was in line to order fried chicken, and this was the conversation between the woman ordering and the one behind the counter. "What the yo fat want? Get me a walker and a flyer." "You sure yo fat needs to be eating all that?" "I eat what I want.